comes to choosing a blender, as with most things in life, you definitely get what you pay for. And here today we have the Vitamix, which you may already be familiar with. It's pretty well known in raw food circles, and it is my blender of choice. I came to own the Vitamix after owning a traditional, conventional high street blender for about 5 years, and I did find it had its limitations. Now, if you are new to raw food, don't think you have to go ahead and invest in an expensive blender such as the Vitamix, because honestly, you can get by with a normal one for a good long time. However, if you do feel like raw food is going to be part of your life for a long time, then the Vitamix is definitely going to be something that should be top of your list. So let's take a look at the Vitamix. You can see exactly what it comprises of. First of all, we have the base here, and as you can see, there's 3 different dials on here. The middle one here is a variable speed setting, and this switch here denotes whether this is going to come into play or whether it's just going to be on very fast. This is the on-off switch, so very straightforward to use. Different models are coming out all the time, so the one that you find may be slightly different to this, but this is generally how they work. Also note that this one is the Super TNC, which means that it comes with a dry jug as well as a wet jug. Now, the difference between this is simply the way the blades are laid out inside. So this one here is the dry jug. Okay. And this one is the wet jug. With this wet jug, the blades are slightly different. So identical twins in many respects, but they do a very different job, and I'm going to be showing you more about those in a moment. The next part we have here is the lid, which is made from rubber, and you need to be really careful when you're putting the lid in because it's quite tight, but needs to be on firmly to avoid any accidents. And then we have the little piece here which goes in to fill up the hole, otherwise you could have ingredients spurting all over you. By the same token, when you take this out, it means you can put ingredients in, which is very handy. And also you can use what's called the tamper, or the plunger to some people, which is how you can stir ingredients around and make sure that things blend up properly. So that's all the parts of the Vitamix. Now, why would you choose to invest in one? Well, the jugs have a much bigger capacity than a lot of commercial blenders that you'll find on the high street. It also has a much higher horsepower. It's very powerful indeed. It also has a safety mechanism whereby if you should overheat the machine, it will actually cut out to protect it, and then you can just press a little button under the base which will help it start again when it's cooled down. These machines retail something in the region of £400 to £500, so fairly hefty in price, but definitely worth the investment. I consider the Vitamix probably the most single important piece of equipment in my own kitchen. I use it every single day. Everything from smoothies to soups, dips and dressings. It can also be used to mill dry ingredients if you have the dry jug, which I'll be demonstrating shortly. Overall, an awesome piece of equipment to invest in, but as I say, if budget is low or you are a beginner, then do feel happy to go ahead and get a normal, low-cost blender from the high street. You'll be more than happy with that, and it will certainly get your raw food journey off to a flying start.